amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Newman. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Newman looking to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now it's Newman. Got a man, complete to Miller. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara finding some room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Coming left is Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
A give to Kamara running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hairston. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Newman. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Newman. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Newman. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Newman rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Newman. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Newman will throw again. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 8.
Buccaneers 14, Saints 6.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space. And he rumbled for big-time yardage.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Saints 13.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Sliding out of the pocket. A check down here to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Newman. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newman. Escaping the pressure right. This complete to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, Newman. He's able to find Miller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now Newman on 1st down. Flush to his right. It's Miller, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Newman. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Newman. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Newman to throw. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 8.
Buccaneers 21, Saints 13.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them? Or under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football and to bring you the second half from the Superdome. Let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give. This is Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 187 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They get this out left. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll turn to Kamara. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 28, Saints 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Kamara try the right side. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 33-yard line.
So So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis